My mom complained about back pain for months, maybe even a couple years, and she had been going to the ER doctors, to Mediclinics, and every time they tell her it's just getting older, this is part of aging, and here's some pain medication, and see your family doctor. Well, her family doctor is really tough to get into because she only works part-time, and as we all know, getting a family doctor is pretty near impossible right now in our health system. So when she finally got the diagnosis, what it took was her breaking her back. She was at the playground with my grandson and my niece, and she fell. And somehow, she's a tough woman, she got herself home. She walked all the way home with a broken back. And when we took her in, that's when they had to operate right away, and they found out that she did have blood cancer.
Ja, das gut, since das giguta. Ja, kaki matsa ja, moi mami matsa wan das gut, nisto hina nisto sian. Ego mana simsang mano genta to sky wag mana ya. Kaswaswan ya. Pot sumoyun sa gigo si se ka usitan. Ay mana wichi segum si se gigo ya. Katus kesian. Ego mana gagi expira magagi tuskian tun mana giwawi sa geta mana gitate ganyan.
I was a caregiver for my husband for 10 years. He was diagnosed with myeloma after his back was broken at a chiropractor, and that's where his myeloma journey started.
I spent 1 year in and out of ER, asking one of the doctors to help me. They would x-ray on the top, but they wouldn't x-ray where it hurt. So they'll give me a needle and send me home, and I'm all right for a couple of days, and I go back again. 1 year went like that. Then I fell out of my van, and I fractured 3 of my membranes, on my bones and my membranes. I broke that. I shattered those. That's what triggered how they found out I had cancer.
This is something that is not common. So when you hear that, like when I heard it, I was like, what? Like, I was thinking breast cancer, like colon cancer, like, these common words, but multiple myeloma is a blood cancer. I was like, what? In my blood.
Yuksago piso taga-tagutan, yuksago mina migo kasi mina test x-ray sapata mo rin niyo wa pukigo iswatsa. Mr. Hayes kaya mansusara pito sayom sisiga kaksin mo'y pek po ka. Ay kumagayan ay mansusara ay
When she first told me, she was in shock because to her, I think that cancer was still echoing in her head. And she had the same idea that anybody does. Cancer is not something that you survive. The first thing I told my mom was it was going to be okay. But there was no guarantee. And I don't think I believed that myself because I didn't know what myeloma was.
3 times a week I was going. Then I was going 2 times a week. And then now I'm going once a month. But I have side effects. I have nausea. I have diarrhea. I have mood swings that I'm very, I want to do stuff. Sometimes all I want to do is sleep. And I don't like myself like that because I'm a very active woman.
Aya kautepsi siya nakipinimito ani stowa. Ewa mana mo'y umagaispay ko an mo'y taman ko sa pugay mihan kan sumay ko ay ewa tento ni Day taman ikut muta taman mes kanawa. Ais kami niya pugo kagaskitan kanut naman. At ito ko ay sino agawin cheese kag mais kaya. Kaya pugo. Kaya pugo kagaskitan kapasiguin kapaskitan. Ay kuis kagito tamasuin ay. Kaya kagamay mo yun ako. Limusuman nagsigito tayo.
It was caught early, which I was able to, like, it was boom, 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 everything. Like, within the first months, I went through rounds of chemo and I had my stem cell transplant by June that 2021. And so it was just like filled, like, right, but my doctor said, trust me, and do you trust me? Just do what I say. I said, yeah, I promise I will do what you say, and I have from day one. The biggest challenges I face, honestly, I would have to say, are my bad days. And the only thing about that is that I don't know when I'm gonna have them. It's random. They've killed plans for me, like stuff like that, because I don't know when I'm gonna have them.
My mom is the most important person in our family. She's raised six kids on her own. She was a single mother, and she did a really good job, but it was tough. And she doesn't like people taking care of her. So the thought of her being taken care of by somebody was pretty tough on her, and it was tough on us. We didn't want to lose her. Sorry. And even now, it's a daily struggle. I try not to let her see my emotions because I know she's dealing with her own stuff. It's hard to remember everything that they tell you. There's so much information. It's from everybody, the pharmacists, the oncologists, the helpers, the nurses, and handing you requisitions and information. The team is always there to answer questions. They did work together. They speak to each other, which is so uncommon in our health system. They all knew exactly what was going on.
I hear a lot of stories about people saying, oh yeah, I have a mom. I had a mom and I had a sister. I had a brother that had my cancer, and they died. And they were missed and they passed away. That kind of scary because, that's me. That's me they're talking about. Am I going to die? Am I ready to go? I'm 72. Am I ready to die because of this cancer? And I don't want to. My life here on earth is still going on, and I don't want to go yet, but if they take me, I'll go.
My thoughts on cancer now is that it's not a death sentence, that people can live a good life as long as they choose to. And if they take the advice of their primary caregiver or the oncologist and do what they're supposed to do, that they could live a longer life. You still have the cancer, and I understand that, and she understands that. However, she doesn't think that she's going to die tomorrow.
Kapix ko tagi ka puong mamansusa kayo. Tapos iwichi win kapix ko taman kiway. Kaya gansim namin kiway kita season na isman. I walk. That's good. Mo'y walk kimiyayan manaya. Basta kiway gansim naman kiway. Ewa miyasig kutagay sinor. Kapix ko tatsik. Kakwai skate mo hatsik tan sa saya yung tasmats. Wistagak skate tagi. Kaya eksikak wistagak skate taga eksikak skate mo tan sige su cheesecake.
I can definitely say that feel what you're feeling, but don't get stuck there. I always tell my kids that when they're running into a situation. Life can be scary, but if you are open-minded to learning new things, it really changes the outlook and the outcome.
Being a cancer patient, you have your up and down, but since I've been here, a cancer patient, I met a lot of people. The doctors are good, social workers are good, my friends are good.
Once I spoke one-on-one with my doctor. He's popped in a few times, and that's where, at first it was just the whole healthcare team, but he popped in on his own one time. And so we talked one-on-one, and he sat on the end of my bed and we talked, and he talked to me more, and we just, like, the more I spoke with them, that's where the hope came in, and they gave me that hope. That, okay, you know, I actually feel okay with this now. Like, getting the information that I got and talking with my healthcare team and my doctor, they were the ones that gave me the hope. The main thing, well, I think that is very important to know is that you can live with this. You can, I didn't know that. Like, I just honestly thought it was a death sentence, but you can live with this. It's something that they should know, like with your caught early, proper healthcare team that is focused on your health and well-being. Like, I want everyone to know that it's not, you don't have to think negative. Like, I know it's negative, like you honestly do think that, but if you know what you're dealing with, then I honestly think that people would be more comfortable. Like I was afterwards. After I knew what I was dealing with, that's where I had hope. I honestly felt like I had hope.